I'm back. I'm back again. Yes, sir. My first video was acting stupid, so I had to restart. And this should be my last video for the day. Hey, Benjamin. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Click share. Invite your friends. Hey, Jontavius. I'm going to talk about this real quick to my business owners and the ministry and those who have decided, to step out on faith and do something, and you realize you're really just not getting the support that you thought you should get. So I'm going to talk to you real quick and make sure you share. Also, can't see you if you don't say your name, but so 2 reasons that you just may not be. Hey, Tree, you may not be getting the support that you think, the support that you want or the support that you need. Hey, Joanne. First things first is that one reason you may not be getting support from those you think you should be getting it from is because God is trying to shift your mentality. Okay? He's trying to shift your mentality. A lot of times we focus so much on those who don't support us. So what you're doing is this. Instead of you thanking God for the 99% that do support you, you are focusing on the 1% who don't. And because you choose to focus on that 1%, you will increase whatever it is you are giving power to. So if you're focusing on the 1% that do not support you, you have now given power for that number of people to increase, because wherever your focus is, that's what you're going to give energy to. Whatever you give energy to is what you're putting faith in. And whatever you put faith in is what's going to reproduce in your life. Okay? So if you... So thank you, my king. He gave me so much love. He loves me, y'all. So instead of you being thankful and showing appreciation to those people that are supporting you, how do you think it feels? Think about this. You got people that support you, that's buying every product that you put out. And instead of you constantly saying, instead of you telling them how much you appreciate them, you're constantly complaining about the people that you don't. So to them, what you're doing is you're devaluing their support. You're saying that their support for you is not good enough. So you're focusing all your energy on what you say you don't want, yet you're giving power to it for it to continue to multiply in your life. Why does it matter if they don't support you? First and foremost, why is that so important to you? As long as you're getting the support that you need. That's just like a person that their parent may not have been in their life. They may not have had their father there, or their mother may not have been what she was supposed to be to them. But God is constantly sending people to be mother figures and father figures in your life. And instead of you showing them that you appreciate them, you're constantly complaining about what your biological father or your biological mother did not do. So God is trying to give you what you're asking for. But because he didn't give it to you the way that you thought you should get it or the way that you wanted to get it, you're not appreciative of it. Do not miss out on the 99% people that do support you by focusing on the 1% of people who do not. Because those who are supposed to support you will support you. They're already there strategically aligned to support you, but because you're focused on what you do not want, you're not getting the support you're not getting the support that you need. Because you're choosing to focus on those handful of people that don't support you. Do you think Walmart is tripping because people go to Target? Do you think they're mad because people are going to Target? No, Walmart is still handling business. They're still servicing their customers. Let me tell you something. Your customers and those people that are assigned to support you will do that. But you got to show gratitude for it. The attitude of gratitude determines your altitude. So if you want to keep going higher, you got to keep being grateful. Because as long as you're thankful for what you have, God will give you more to be thankful for. All right? So you got to learn how to appreciate those that do support you. Another reason you may not be getting the support that you want is this. It's because of your mouth. It's because of your mouth. It is because you are speaking that into your life. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. If you are consistently saying, because our life is a result of what we continuously speak. So if you're studying saying things like, nobody's going to take care of your business like you do. Nobody's going to, care about your business the way that you do. Then the people that God has put into your life to care about your business and support your business the way that you do, you've already canceled that assignment. You've already canceled that blessing because you just spoke in opposition to what you needed to happen in your business. See, I don't speak stuff like that anymore. I was connected to somebody. We were doing some things together. All of the time she kept saying, well, people support you, but they don't support me like that. They don't support me like that. I said, you know why they don't support you like that? Because you keep saying that they won't support you like that. I've heard a lot of horror stories about people not getting support from their hometown. I do not have that issue. Glory be to God. My hometown people from Marianna, Arkansas, when I've had an event in that area that they could attend, they have packed the house out. Whether I charge $5, $10, or $35 or $45, they packed the house out because I did not waste my time talking about, people not going to support you from where you're from. It's only true if you make that your reality by continuously speaking it out of your mouth. I have plenty of hometown people that support me. See, one thing I learned years ago is that if I don't want it to manifest in my life, I do not speak it out of my mouth. You will not get me to come into agreement with any cliche saying, no matter how cool it sounds, no matter how many people are saying it or who's saying it. If it is not what God has promised me or what I'm believing God for, I will not speak it out of my mouth. Why? Because once I come into agreement with that thing, it has the power to manifest in my life. So I shout out all of my hometown people because they have continuously supported me, whether I've done events, whether I've sold t-shirts, whether I've sold bags, anything that I have done, I've had a lot of hometown support and I appreciate them. You will not catch me bashing anybody that doesn't support me. Why? Because I only want genuine support anyway. First of all. Second of all, when God gives me a vision, provision is already made. So I stop saying stuff like that. I don't say stuff like that. Because it's going to manifest in your life. You got to be careful of what you're speaking. We have angels that are put to work for us based on the words that we say. Y'all angels out here bipolar. They don't even know what to do. Because one second you saying, God, I trust you to send the supporters. And the next statement you're saying, man, ain't nobody going to support me. Don't nobody support me. I don't have the support that I need. Now your angels are running around here. You know what I'm saying? They backwards and forward. They don't know where to go, so they tired. They just sit down. You know what? I'm going to wait till she make up her mind. I'm just going to wait till she make her mind up. And then I'm going to go do what it is I need to do. Because she ain't going to run me crazy. You understand what I'm saying? You got to stop speaking double-mindedness. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All his ways. So if you're saying things that are not manifesting, you got to understand. You got to ask yourself, check yourself. What am I saying out of my mouth? What am I saying out of my mouth? And do my actions line up with it? Do my actions line up with it? You know why? Because when we start saying things like, girl, you know they ain't going to support you. You know how they are and blah, blah, blah. That is a lack of faith. That is doubt. You telling God that you don't believe that he going to put enough people in your life to support what he's giving you to do. You saying, God, you gave me this vision, but I don't trust you to send the people to support the vision that you've given me. Come on now. That ain't how God works. He don't play no games. So if things are not happening the way that you think they should happen, then you got to check your language. Am I speaking those things into existence? Am I speaking those things to be not as though they were? Am I speaking faith or am I speaking doubt? You got to check yourself. When you start saying things like that, it tells you what's really in you. You really don't believe God like you say you believe God. How am I going to say, God, I thank you for this vision, but I don't trust you to send the people? No. When I had that conference, I believed God. I said, I believe you for a sold out crowd. Registration was slow. Let me tell you something. The last conference I did, registration was slow all the way up until the final week of the conference. I said, God, you're never late. You're always on time. The registrations have been slow. Now, if I moved in error in doing this, let me know. But if you gave this to me, then I trust you to fill the house. And guess what he did? He filled the house. The last week of the conference, every ticket was sold. That's how he works. But he got to know that he can trust you to stand on his word, even when it don't look like things are going to go the way that they're supposed to go, or that you want them to go. See, faith is not seeing, then believing. Faith is believing, then seeing. Thank you, Shalandra. Faith is believing, then seeing. I went down there to my hometown area, y'all. I had never done a conference down there. Never done a conference in Forest City, Arkansas. Packed the house out. Almost 150 women came to that conference. Women from all over the world. Women from North Carolina were in there. Women from Georgia. Women from Louisiana. People I have never met in my life. And that is because I did not depend on my own. I did not depend on my own to do this. I depended on God. It was his vision. I said, it's yours. If it fails, God, it's on you, because I'm doing everything you told me to do. I gave it to him. And every step of the way, I allow him to lead and to guide me. It wasn't about me. It's never been about me. It never will be about me. It's all about him. So when people start asking me, how did you sell out an event in places you've never been? I said, because it wasn't my event to sell out. It was God's event. I asked him how many seats that I need to register for. And he told me. And he filled the seats. Because it was his vision, not mine. I don't do stuff without God. That's why people's like, oh, well, when is the next conference? When's the next conference? I'm going to go as God says go. It's not going to be a next conference. It's a 3-day retreat. A 3-day retreat. I've never done a retreat before. Never done a retreat before. The only retreat I went to was a marriage retreat. But God said, I need you to do this retreat down here in Gatlinburg. I don't know nobody in Gatlinburg. Nobody. I know where the food at, because I love to eat. So whenever I travel, I'm going to eat. So I can tell you where the good restaurants are. But I don't know anybody down there. But that's where I'm going. So see, you got to stop speaking death over that in which God is trying to bring you life. And I'm going to say that again, because somebody needs to grab this. You have to stop speaking death over that in which God is trying to bring life. Stop speaking death over your business. Stop speaking death over your marriages, ladies. Yes, stop speaking death over your marriages. I hear that now. Stop speaking death over your marriage. You better speak to those dry bones and command them to live. Because there was a mission and a purpose for your marriage. And the enemy is not after you. He's after the mission and the purpose of your marriage. Every marriage has a mission. Every marriage has a purpose. Stop speaking death over your business. Talking about, I only got one client. No, God, I thank you for this one client, and I thank you for multiplying. I thank you for clients coming from the north, south, east, and the west that are searching for the products and services that I have to offer. I thank you, God, for the increase in my business. I thank you for the tools and strategies that's needed to grow my business. Stop speaking death over your ministry. I'm not qualified. The hell you went through is your qualification process. That's why you had to go through rejection. That's why you had to go through abandonment. That's why you went through that abuse because it was a part of your qualification process. God didn't want you hurt, but he's using it for your good. You're qualified because of the hell that you went through to get there. You qualified because you're not who you were because of what the hell that you went through to get where you are today. The last storm in your life was supposed to take you out, but it did not, because God says I was qualifying you for the call that I have on your life. So stop speaking death over your business and allowing people to tell you that you are not good enough, and allowing people to make you feel incompetent and inadequate and unqualified, when God says the hell that you went through was your qualification. The hell that you went through was what it was going to take for you to birth the oil on your life. Stop comparing yourself to people who've been doing this 20 years. But if you stay in my will and you stay on the path that I have for you, then I will allow you to do in 5 years what it took them 15 to do. But you got to stop disqualifying yourself based on what somebody else said that you can and cannot do. You trying to get a sheet of paper. I'm talking to somebody right now. You going to school right now trying to get a degree, a sheet of paper to qualify you and to prove that you're worthy. And God didn't even tell you to go to school. Now you racking up debt trying to get yourself qualified based on what man has told you. And God has told you, he put you through the process. He called you years ago, 5 years ago to be exact. Who am I talking to? He called you 5 years ago. And you refused to walk in it because somebody else told you that you were not qualified to do it. They told you, oh no, you need to go to school. You need to go because they're not going to accept you. If you don't have this sheet of paper, if you don't go to school, they're not going to accept you. You've been in bondage 5 years, walking in disobedience for 5 years. But you've been toiling and turning and praying and fasting. And you've been studying the word. And you can exegete a text better than some bishops can. But you're afraid because you don't have a title. Get yourself together and do what God has told you to do in this season. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Y'all share this video. Thank you for the hearts, for the love, for the support. I'll go back and watch the comments and respond to any comments later. I try not to respond to them while I'm going forth because it causes a distraction. All right? Yeah. So I love y'all so much. I'm going to go get these ratchet nails of mine done. To God be the glory. I'm going to go get these old ratchet nails done. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Love you much.